Hello everyone, Rudolph Vomit here today, and yes, I am playing in the British Challenger. And not the modern day badass Challenger that you would get from England. No, this is the World of Tanks Tank Destroyer Challenger. And to be honest, not a lot of people think this tank is a very good tank. And what I'm about to say does not justify or make this tank good in any way. Believe me, I do think this tank is just as bad as everyone else does. But I have an argument why I enjoy it. Just because a tank's bad doesn't exactly mean you can't enjoy it. In a sense, the Challenger it's literally the Comet. It has the same hull as the Comet, but it has a better gun. And while, you know, it doesn't have the kind of turret that the Comet has, it has some things going for it that make it, well, decent. The DPM is 200 more than the Comet, penetration is 30 more than the Comet, the average damage on the gun is 10 more than the Comet, the shell velocity is 100 meters more than the Comet, the aim time is a second more than the Comet, the accuracy is 0.2 or 0.4 better than the Comet, and the forward speed is actually better than the Comet as well, by, you know, 1 kilometer. The reverse speed by 2 kilometers. And the power to weight ratio is also better by 1. What? Haven't sold you yet on the Challenger? It also has 10 more millimeters of hull armor.
Ready to fire on target.
88, as compared to the Comet's 76. 8 more millimeters of side hull armor. 50 instead of 32. And 7 more millimeters of rear armor, 38, as opposed to 31.
Penetration.
However, the armor on the turret of this tank is not 101 at the front, 60 at the side, 63 at the side, and 50 at the rear. It's 50 at the front, 40 at the side, and 200 at the rear. Well, at least using the Avenger turret. So, I don't suggest it, but if you're running away, and yes, this sounds like, you know, no shit Sherlock, but just keep running away. Point your gun straight forward and just head the other direction. Because, who knows, you might bounce. So, why is the Challenger considered so bad? Sounds, in a lot of ways, better than the Comet. And, Quickie Baby thinks the Comet is a good tank. Which, I'll give it the okay on the scale. I wouldn't consider it a good tank. Nevertheless, a fantastic tank. But a tank doesn't have to be good to like it. I enjoy the Challenger. I actually enjoy the tank a lot. I play it as kind of a medium and kind of a tank destroyer. Because with .29 accuracy, you can be very, very consistent with your shots, like you saw me doing at the beginning of the game. But now that we've cleaned up most of the more concerning tanks on this flank, I'm pushing up to play the medium tank role. And I know I really don't have a lot of room to talk here, but if I did have the Comet, this is definitely what I would be doing in it. Now, don't expect to bounce anything off the Challenger. Even though 88 millimeters of frontal armor sounds pretty good, it's pretty flat. And the turret, which people will mainly be shooting at you, is only 50 at the front. So really, play very smart. However, you do have 10 degrees of gun depression, which isn't as good as the Comet, but it's good enough to pull out shots that you saw me just do on that Jagdpanther there. It's very excellent for a tier 7 tank destroyer. Hell, I'd take 10 degrees of gun depression on any tank destroyer, or any tier 7. So what you see me doing here is being aggressive in the challenge. And your armor and hit points won't forgive you for that. But if you're the tank that no one's paying attention to, then that's when the Challenger becomes the medium tank. It becomes the Comet, but just a bit better, with 200 more DPM, 30 more penetration, and 10 more damage per shot, you can kill your enemies faster and more consistently than the Comet. Now what I'm trying to do here is sneak up on this T-20 because I do see that he is distracted by the T-29 on my team. And it looks like I'm going to be successful. That is in kill steal. Yup, very successful kill steal. So now I load HE for the artillery.
Locked and loaded.
But here's the problem. Yes, I know, I've said it, what, 4 times already? I only have 50mm of frontal turret armor. And if he's gonna hit me anywhere, he's probably gonna hit me in the turret.
We've been detected.
It's a big old slug of metal stuck on the
Dropping target.
Comet hull of this tank. But I used my maneuverability to get behind that tank wreck. Unfortunately, looks like Mr. T-29 wasn't having any of our bullshit, and wanted to get a kill for himself, as we'd obviously taken his T-20 kill earlier.
Gun loaded.
So what differentiates a good tank from a bad tank? Well, you know, you got me. The Challenger is a bad tank. But, like I said, just because a tank's bad doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. The AMX-40, it's awful. I love the AMX-40. The TOG-2, absolutely horrific. I love the TOG-2. The O-Ni and the O-Ho, very, very awful tanks. Very, very fun to play. Just because it's bad doesn't mean you're not allowed to love it.
They found us.
So I feel what differentiates a good tank, or what makes a tank bad, is when the cons of the tank outnumber the pros. Or when there's a con so significant that it can be detrimental to your tank. For example, the M3 Lee. Yes, everyone's favorite. It's got a good gun. It's got good traverse. It has decent armor.
Got him in our
Yeah, I know. Most of you are gonna disagree with
enemy
me.
knows our location.
But what makes the tank so bad is that it's a medium tank without a turret.
Loaded and ready.
And that's why it's so controversial. It's the M3 Lee, you either can tolerate it, or you absolutely hate it. And that's what makes a tank
Great
bad,
job.
is when its cons outnumber its pros, or when its cons outweigh its pros. Don't get me wrong, just because a tank is bad, doesn't mean you can't have fun with it. Thanks for watching, guys. I know the video might have been a little short, but I enjoy your support. I'll catch you guys very soon.
Thank you.